I agree. So next up we have Virgo and Aquarius. And you're a Virgo. Have you ever dated an Aquarius?
I have. So, here's the story with Virgo and Aquarius. Virgo is an earth sign. You're making me blush.
Now you're making me blush. I guess it's a mutual thing. When it gets personal, you just get red. Yeah.
Well, Virgo is an earth sign. And Virgo can be quite independent and aloof-seeming. Virgo is, it's ruled by Mercury, which is definitely a mental planet. So there is that intellectualism that they share with Aquarius. Aquarians' ideas are progressive and abstract sometimes, utopian definitely, and Virgo's interests tend to be more practical and with a focus on self-improvement, health, maybe service and work related. Virgos definitely can be passionate and loyal, but they tend to be somewhat shy and modest initially. So that is not necessarily how you would describe an Aquarian. An Aquarian would kind of be breezy and free, and I think that the focus on personal freedom eventually would not meet a Virgo's needs, and a Virgo's need to focus on practicality and work and routine. What? Routine?
The Aquarius is like, no routine
that's
here.
just, you know, the nonconformity that, and the breaking up of routines that is so important to Aquarius would just be, in the long run, a bit of an obstacle. Not an obstacle that couldn't be managed if there were other factors that bless the relationship, but that would always be an issue.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so Aquarius and Virgo, maybe, like you
Well,
said,
they have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, that's true, because they do enjoy, like you said, that new ideas and exciting.
They are very
progressive.
mental, and they are, and there's that analytical quality that Virgo does have. So they can make really good friends.
And sometimes that mental and intellectual connection can be a very, very strong glue that bonds people together. It's a very attractive quality.
It can be quite consistent when other things maybe are not.
Gotcha. Good to know.
Well, here's the first thing that is counterintuitive to the term Aquarian. Sounds like aqua, water. It's an air sign. It's not a water sign. So first of all, it is much more mental and social in its orientation as opposed to water signs that are more about emotion and intuition and security. So some of the hallmarks of an Aquarian are intellectual pursuits, particularly progressive ones. They're known to be very open to new inventions and new uses of technology for the purpose of connecting humanity and assisting humanity in greater education, greater health, and all things that lift us up.
Okay, so they're good at pioneering new niches within society.
And new is the word. They love new, and they're kind of, they're noted also for, they're ruled by the planet Uranus, which rules the sudden and unexpected, and the inventive and the progressive.
Like a spontaneous energy?
Yeah, so it's revolutionary. It's breaking down old traditions. So they are very non-traditional in their orientation, and make great friends, love discussions especially when it's about ideas.
Mm-hmm.
They're very freedom-loving and can be pretty independent. So those are some of the qualities.
Independent's a good word, because one of the closest Aquarius relationships I've ever had, like very independently natured,
Yeah.
but a fun person, like definitely someone who was a pioneer in a lot of ways with the different things that they would pursue. And just to go over once again for everybody that we're talking about the sun sign, and there are a lot more factors to consider when you're really trying to dive into the nitty-gritty of how a person's going to act based on their planetary influences. Okay, and some of those
Completely
factors include.
So, well, we're talking about Aquarius as though we're only talking about the sun sign. So the sun sign is important. That's our inner self, our sense of purpose, and the place from which we act to express who it is we really feel we are and our most essential natures. The placement of the moon by sign is incredibly important because the moon rules our emotions, our instincts, our habit patterns, and certainly our security needs. It represents our soul. And then amongst other really important factors is the rising sign. So that has a lot to do with our outlook and how people respond to us. So those are just the beginning, and we're not even addressing the placement of Venus or the placement of Mars, but those are important too. But always, the sun, the center of our solar system, is the heart of the chart.
Gotcha.
For each of us. So it's important to talk about that.
The heart of the chart. I like that a lot, and it does make sense considering the sun sign is a big influence. But like we said before, always love yourself first, and then it makes it easier to love everybody else regardless of their sign.
Thank you for reminding us that is absolutely true.
Yep, I like that one a lot. And thank you. Good
Thank you. This has
information
been fun
as
today.
usual. Yeah, it's been very fun.
Yeah.
Good times.
Cheers.
Cheers.